Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Truth, Lies, and Nonsense. And we're going to pivot a little bit and do something a little different today. As you can see on the side camera here, we have 2 bottles of bourbon. Yes, we're going to do a side-by-side taste test to see if a regular person who's not a bourbon expert, who hasn't been trained in the different flavors and notes and smells that a professional bourbon tester probably knows about, So I noticed that when I look up a lot of bourbon reviews, they get complicated if you don't know exactly what they're talking about. Almost like you have to be an expert to read the bourbon reviews. They're not made for regular people who want to know what something tastes like. And so I asked ChatGPT. I wanted to know what the best bourbons under $30 were, and we have 2 of them right here. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. As you can see here, we have Evan Williams Bottle Bond, and then Old Forester Wild Turkey 101. And it just says a popular choice for its bold, spicy flavor and higher proof. That doesn't really tell me anything. Spicy, well, spicy can go in a lot of different directions. Get the basic concept, and as we can see as we go down, we have Four Roses up here in some of their popular choices for bourbons under $30, and that's a well-regarded bourbon, smooth, balanced flavor, known for its use of 4 different mash bills and 5 unique yeast strains. Well, unless you're a mash expert or a yeast strain person, I'm not. That actually means absolutely nothing to me. I don't have any idea what they're trying to get at with that description, which is what I find in a lot of these bourbon reviews is you just don't know what they're talking about. It's kind of like similar to wine. Unless you're a professional and you're reading the review as a professional, it's just hard to figure out what's in the bottle before you taste it. I've seen things like smoky oats and, smells like caterpillars and stuff, and I don't know what smoky oats smell like. I've never been around them. I guess you have to sit home and recreate the smells and the tastes that they're describing in these reviews before you buy the bottle, so you know if you're going to like how it tastes. So I'm just going to do a side-by-side and see which of these 2 I prefer, and maybe I can decipher the differences in them. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, I poured 2 small little glasses of the bourbon. And I'm sure there are some bourbon nerds out there that would tell me I'm using the wrong glasses. I guess I don't have professional whiskey glasses, so I drink my bourbon out of anything that I can pour it into. So if it changes its flavor or its smell, well, I really don't think that's a thing. But some people would disagree with me. Anyhow, we're going to take a look at some of the descriptions for what I should be tasting and smelling in these bourbons. And let's see here. I don't believe I have one for the Four Roses. This is what I found here on some of these. So, but it does have Wild Turkey 101, which is what I have. And it's a favorite among enthusiasts. It delivers toasted oats, caramel, and vanilla. I don't think I've ever eaten toasted oats, even oatmeal. I know what caramel's like and vanilla. So let's see if I can detect that. So I'm back, and I am going to take there it is, and probably the wrong kind of glass. I don't think it'll focus. Maybe it will. I don't smell vanilla or caramel. I'm not supposed to, am I supposed to smell it or just taste it? But toasted oak. I thought it said oats, but it says oak as like in the tree. I know that for bourbon, they use the white oak barrels and they char them. So I assume all bourbons would taste kind of like a toasted oak because it comes out of a barrel that's been basically burnt or blackened, which is how it gets its color. I read that, or I saw that someplace. It goes in the barrel clear, And because it absorbs the burnt sides of the barrel, it comes out with this color. So I assume every one of them is going to have a toasted oat flavor and probably even a caramel look to them. I haven't really eaten oak though. So I don't know if it's supposed, it says notes. Is that flavor notes or smelling notes? I think I probably babbled on long about this, so I'm going to test it and see if I can determine if it tastes like a toasted oak tree, caramel, or vanilla, or all of them, or none of them. All right. I would say it's smooth, not spicy. I don't know if I could tell if there's caramel or vanilla in here. Try it again. It's definitely good, but I don't know. It's smooth. It doesn't have an overly bite to it, or a spicy note that would, I guess, be more on the rye side, from what I understand. But it is good, and I would get it again. Now let's move on to the other one. Now the only thing that this one said earlier is it's got like 5 strains of yeast and some mash bill, which I have no idea what it is, and I haven't Googled it yet. So again, I'm using an espresso cup because they're easy to hold and they're clear, and I didn't need a bigger cup. So here we go. Let's see what this one's like. Definitely mellower. I'd say smoother and mellower. The other one definitely had more of a traditional bourbon whiskey taste. This one is very mellow. Probably much easier to drink quicker because it doesn't have that, what I would determine as that, they say whiskey bite or whatever the phrasing is. It doesn't have that. It's very mellow. This one would be dangerous because it goes down so much smoother and easier. It's almost like you could drink it a lot faster. You don't have that bite that the other one has. I guess that would be considered bold, where you're drinking something. You're drinking a whiskey. So they're both completely different. If you want something that you just want to easily sip and not have that like look on your face that you drank whiskey, then the Four Roses is the way to go. But if you definitely want something with more of a bite, something a little more bold, so that you actually are like, wow, I'm drinking a bourbon, then Wild Turkey 101 is the way to go. That's all I got.